Good morning and welcome to Burgas, my final stop on the coast of the Black Sea and my final destination in Bulgaria. Now, despite the fact that Burgas is on the coast of the Black Sea, it doesn't feel like a resort. It's absolutely nothing like Sunny Beach. Let's go and have a look. Let's see what Burgas has got to offer. Just here is one of the main pedestrian areas in Burgas, and just on this spot we've got a real contrast in styles. Over here we have the cultural centre, very modern new building. Next to that we have some nice modern fancy apartments. If we keep on turning around, just here we have the Alyosha monument, the monument in honour of the Soviet soldiers that died fighting Nazism. And behind that we have the regional court, typical Soviet era building. I did see signs of Bulgaria's Soviet past as I was walking down here last night. A couple of brutal buildings, mosaic. It does feel nice to be in a city again after spending 4 days in Nessebar, where pretty much the whole town was closed. It's much livelier down here. I've come to this main square because at the heart of this square is one of Burgas's most treasured sites. And unfortunately, it's all covered up. All these lovely mosaics on the floor. Jellyfish. This is the Burgas City Hall, where the local government is based. One thing I'm liking about Burgas is there are buskers everywhere. On every street there's music. This is the Hotel Bulgaria that I had been told to come and look at because of its brutal qualities, but it's recently been renovated, which has kind of taken away its brutal appeal. I mean, you can tell by looking at it what it might have once looked like, but it looks a bit too modern for my liking these days, the old Hotel Bulgaria. However, I have spotted something just around the corner here which looks interesting. I walked down here last night and this building caught my eye, and then as I turned around to face the direction I was heading, oh, a lovely mosaic. What a beautiful shot that is. You've got a lovely mosaic there, you've got this chunky old Soviet building here, and then this brand new building right in the middle. That's a great shot. Right in the shadows of this huge Hotel Bulgaria, we have this old Armenian church. It's a very small church, but it is the oldest religious building in Burgas. And on my trip around Europe, I've seen some incredible churches, cathedrals, places of worship, but it's not always the big, huge, impressive ones that have the strongest effect on you. I mean, that's just a very small church, but it's actually really beautiful. Armenia was the first country to accept Christianity as an official religion. I can't see what this is. I don't know if this is a memorial to the Armenian genocide. Time to take a short break from my adventurising with a coffee at Butler's Kitchen, which I did go to yesterday, and they serve really, really nice coffee. Some more mosaic sculptures. This is the Burgas train station, and just to its left we have the Burgas bus station. Now I need to find out how to get to Istanbul in a few days. I have seen some tickets online, but they leave at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And that's not ideal because it means I would have to just hang around in Burgas for pretty much a whole day and then arrive in Istanbul in the early hours in the morning. Well, that wasn't entirely successful. There were two companies, Nessebar and Metro, that provide buses to Istanbul. Now the Metro one on the window said there's one leaves at 12 o'clock midday. Perfect. So I asked the woman, and then she wrote down on a piece of paper that the 12 o'clock one doesn't run anymore, the only one runs at 11:30 p.m. So I asked her then if there was anyone else, and she I have no idea what she said, but she said it in a very aggressive tone and shut the window on me. So Metro is a no-go, so that just leaves Nessebar. Now on the Nessebar window, they've got a bus that leaves at 1:15, arrives in Istanbul about 7:30. So that would be perfect. No one in there. No one selling tickets or anything. I managed to find the Nessebar web page. The homepage doesn't work, but I managed to actually get into the site onto a search page which says that on the 26th, which is the day I'm leaving, there is a bus at 1:15. You can't buy online, so is there a bus? Isn't there? I don't know. I'm just going to have to keep coming back to the station until I actually find someone who can actually either A, sell me a ticket, or B, confirm that there is indeed a bus. You'd have thought from Burgas to Istanbul there'd be plenty of buses. But if you did think that, you'd be wrong. Check this out. Right next to the bus station. While I'm down here, might as well go and have a look at the port of Burgas. Go and see the old lighthouse. In the port of Burgas, there's a sailor who sings of the dreams that he brings from the wide open seas. This is the Burgas passenger terminal. Doesn't seem to be much going on. I was thinking maybe I could get on a boat to Istanbul. But I'm guessing that would be a lot more expensive than a bus. So this has been my journey through Bulgaria. I came from Romania to Rusi, then from Rusi to Veliko Tarnovo, and then from Veliko Tarnovo I caught the bus all the way to Sofia, the capital. Then from Sofia I went to Plovdiv. I was going to go to Stara Zagora, but instead I went all the way to Varna. Then from Varna I went to Nessebar, which is somewhere around here, and then to Burgas, and then hopefully to Turkey. I'm really hoping that's not the lighthouse. It's kind of cute and everything, but not necessarily worth a 15-minute walk. Let's go and have a look around this side. Not even sure if I'm allowed to be in here. I just walked through what looks like a security gate, but no one stopped me. And there she is, the lighthouse at the port of Burgas. Like the colours. Not sure what I was expecting, to be honest. How can you be disappointed in a lighthouse? You can't, can you? It's functional. It does what it's supposed to do. Well, let's have a look up here. Oh yes. Like in Varna, the beach of Burgas has a sea garden running adjacent to it, and there's various monuments and a few things to look at in there. It's about 10 minutes walk from where I am right now, so that's my next stop, the sea garden of Burgas. Here we are then, the sea garden of Burgas. Old anchor there, little fish monument over here. Nice happy bin. And one that's not so happy. It's certainly not as touristy as Varna. On Varna you had all the bars and restaurants on the front. I mean, most of them were closed, but during the summer I would imagine it's quite busy. But here there seems to be very little, just the odd restaurant. Not a great deal going on. It's quite strange because it's very similar to Varna in terms of, you've got the beach and this sea garden along the side. This is the pier of Burgas. Every year on the 6th of January, a festive service is held in celebration of the Christian holiday. The bishop throws a cross into the sea and brave swimmers dive into it and compete to retrieve the cross. Not sure what the story of this guy is. But no shoes. Well, this is one of the most popular places for a stroll for the people of Burgas. So let's go and walk to the end of Burgas Pier. Just over there is St. Anastasia Island, which actually is home to a monastery. In 1928, the Bay of Burgas froze, meaning that people from the city could actually travel to the island by carriage. It's only been open to tourists since 2014. Look at the wonderful, brutal stairs. These stairs lead up to the casino, which was built in 1936 and has been a popular venue for entertainment ever since. And all the staircases were built at the same time, connecting the casino and the upper area down to the pier. Is a cat friendly? Are you a friendly cat? No? You're not interested? Yay, come on. Oh. Little kitten here. Bet this one's going to run off, aren't you? Oh no, you're brave. Come on, here. Come on. There we go, look. Right, let's go and walk on the beach of Burgas. It's not quite as pretty as Varna Beach, I have to say. Well, after 7 months of travelling through Germany, Poland, Czech Republic, Ukraine, Moldova, Romania and now Bulgaria, I've finally reached it. I basically just climbed up some stairs to come and have a look at this open air theatre, which is closed. I was expecting it to be closed, but there's loads of monuments up here. Doesn't appear to be anywhere I can take a look at the inside of the theatre. Smells like old books around here. That's as good a view as I'm going to get, to be honest. There's just far too many of these sculptures to take them all in, and I seem to be attracting the attention of all the ladies that are sweeping up the leaves. So I'm going to move on to the big one. Right here in the middle of Burgas Sea Gardens, like the Varna Sea Gardens, there's a big brutal Soviet monument in memorial to those that fought and lost their lives fighting fascism. Like this one. Now I think you used to be able to go inside, but it looks locked up now, and that's possibly, is that an eternal flame in the middle? Or maybe a fountain. It's a shame you can't go in. It's got all the lists of names of people who died in many wars, in fact. 1923 to 1925, 41 to 44. Right at the north end of the Sea Gardens is something called the Sandfest. According to Google Maps, the Sandfest is open. According to the Sandfest website, the last open day was in October. So I am absolutely fully expecting this to be closed, which is a shame because it does look quite nice. But I'm going to walk up there anyway. You never know what else we might find. It does look a bit lively up here actually. A few more bars on the seafront there. Oh. You spoiled my shortcut. Okay. Oh, look at the little one. Let's see if you're not as world weary as you might. Look, the little one. Oh. Oh, you come back, have you? Huh? You come back. You come back. Yeah. Oh, they're both coming now, look. Oh, this is quite random. Right in the middle of the park. There's this little church. Wasn't sure what it was at first. Ah, right, okay. So this looks, yeah, this is a memorial to people that died in the Balkan War. Got 1,058 names here. Starts at 530, so I imagine on the other side there's another list. Yep, here we go. All in 1912 and 1913, and because keep seeing this 1912 everywhere, I looked it up to see what its significance was, and it was the start of the Second Balkan War. Well, I can see lots of piles of sand over there, but none of it looks like it's any kind of sculpture, so I think we'll be turning back pretty soon. This is where the Sandfest is held. As you can see, there's nothing going on. Got the high-rise apartments of Burgas. Literally 5 minutes walk, not even that, to the Burgas beach. It's not bad, is it? Well, I made it to a place called #studio, which I'd saved onto Google Maps as a pretty cool place to go, and it is a pretty cool place, but it's bloody impossible to find a way in. It took me ages. Anyway, just over a pound for a nice Star of Brno. And that's it for my time in Burgas. Had a nice few days here, nice relaxing time. But now it's time to move on, to leave Burgas and to leave Bulgaria and move on to my next country. Turkey, Istanbul. I've got a 6-hour bus ride ahead of me, but I've got some books on my phone, got some films on my laptop, so it should fly by. Gotta say, I've absolutely loved Bulgaria. I wasn't sure what to expect when I got here, but it's been absolutely fantastic. The people have been so friendly, and yeah, it's a wonderful country. I wish I'd have seen more of it, to be honest. So there's nothing left to do but stand and wait here for 20 minutes until my bus to Istanbul comes. So thank you, Bulgaria. You've been absolutely wonderful.